Hey everybody, it's Chris Plante, editor-at-large at Polygon.com. I'm here with Todd Papy, the game director of God of War Ascension.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
You look good for someone who just announced a $1 million video game.
More than $1 million.
Is it a few $1 million?
Just a
few, yeah.
Just a few.
So we just saw multiplayer in God of War for the first time, 4 versus 4 player multiplayer. It's amazing that we're seeing it. It's so surprising. It's a single player game. I would like to know why, how, when did this happen? Who led it?
Who led it? When we finished up God of War 3, there's an actual challenge arena in God of War 3 where you can fight the soul version of Kratos. One of our combat designers actually got it so that you can fight each other.
Yeah.
And so that was the first inception of the idea, and it was like, oh, we can do this, and then the reality hit of we're doing this, and how do we make it work?
The scary part happens.
Yeah, the scary part happens, and then because when you talk about things, it's like, oh yeah, let's do this, and then now it's getting down to the nitty-gritty of how does this work, from a base level combat standpoint, and then from there, we get our good foundation, and then okay, how do we basically infuse God of War into it, make sure that it has the wow mums, the over-the-top gore kills, the visceral combat, and just so that the multiplayer oozes God of War.
Yeah. Now, are you still at the scary part? Is there still plenty more to do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Scary part, I think, will be until we actually ship. And then from there, the scary part is how do the fans receive it? And then the cycle starts over again.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of my question. You see multiplayer. Is this, would you say, for the kind of hardcore fans, so they have something to chew on for years, or is it to broaden the audience?
To me, it's to kind of broaden the audience. I think with each game, except for God of War 1. I mean, God of War 1, it was really about just establishing the franchise, and then God of War 2 it was dealing with Pegasus and kind of new gameplay modes that we could do with that. And then God of War 3 is Titans. So with this one, we wanted a new challenge, and that's multiplayer. We know how to do Titans now.
Yeah.
So now it's, how do we do multiplayer, and how do we make it fun and make sure it feels like God of War.
Yeah. Now, I know with multiplayer, story is not the focus.
Mm-hmm.
There was concern after God of War 3 that story was, kind of taking a backseat to pure action. Can we expect more story kind of taking a center piece, or is God of War now just a true, pure action franchise?
No. I think for us, with single player story, we're trying to answer a question in my mind that was brought up that was never answered in any of the franchises. So, and we'll talk about that at a later date. But it's one of those things where I wanted to show different sides of Kratos. I wanted to show him, whether it's like this where he's dealing, with madness or something like that, and he's seen in a different light, and he's also seen, basically a little bit more caring. I don't want him to go up and give everybody hugs like, I love you, man.
No hug mini game.
No hug mini game.
Move support.
Yeah, but we'll do move support or something like that. But it was a way for us to just show a different side of him. He's not going to be yelling at everybody.
No, that's good.
That's good.
He's going to have dialogue.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll even see if he maybe cracks a smile.
That sounds like a promise.
Who knows?
That sounds good. So I'm curious about the development, because Sony Santa Monica has another project that we don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. Is like the full Sony Santa Monica behind God of War Ascension, or did the team kind of have to split up to take care of whatever else is happening somewhere?
We're not even gonna.
We're not even gonna
approach that.
Wow,
so,
that's fair.
So,
well, if you don't want to talk about that, can we talk about the team that we have on God of War Ascension?
Yeah.
How would you divide up between single player and multiplayer? How do you kind of get?
For us, from a code standpoint, there's a combat coder, and so he's doing kind of both, and supporting both, and then and that kind of goes with UI and gameplay, cameras, so on and so forth. Yeah. And then from design standpoint, we've got dedicated designers just set aside for multiplayer, and so our team has had to grow, to really support the bread and butter, which is our single player experience. And then also develop this multiplayer.
Yeah. Let's talk about prequel status.
Uh-huh.
God of War Chains of Olympus comes out.
Right.
People don't use the word prequel. It's like just totally kind of sidestepped for that game. But this one is being called a prequel. What is it that about this one that people are like ready to be like, this is a prequel? It's not a dirty word. They call it a prequel.
Yeah, I don't understand the dirty word associated with prequel.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I think for us it was, you know, I wanted the trilogy to stand.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm extremely proud of what we did, you know, to create those games.
Yeah.
And then for us, this is a way for us to do something new, try something new, you know, and tell a different story.
Yeah. Do you think the book is closed with the end of the God of War 3, with the end of the trilogy?
Well, it would be one of those things where maybe another director can pick it up and do something else with it.
That's a great alley-oop there. That's very good.
Yeah.
Well, it was great talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you made the time.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Oh, thank you. You know, we were always nervous about, you know, kind of showing the fans, and we want to make sure it always, you know, shows the best, and especially with the multiplayer, you know, I hope fans are pumped about it and get really excited about, you know, seeing more of it in the future.
And when will we see single player?
Soon.
Soon, great. You heard it here first. We're going to see
Soon.
single player soon. Thanks, it was nice talking to you.
All right, take care, man.